Hello everyone! Let's make this in English today because I miss my English speakers. Let's see what I'm gonna choose. Okay, so who wants to see Pippa and Sarah coming back home today? I've heard them. It's 6 o'clock, so they're gonna make a record again because yesterday they came home at 6 and this was the latest day, the latest hour ever since we live here. When it's rainy, when it's not like, you see, it's not a blue sky, but it's almost blue. It's almost blue sky. They're gonna come that way. So, Portuguese speakers, I'm doing it in English today. If you don't mind, it's okay. So I'm just here to show you Pippa and Sarah coming back home and making a new record on their later times and coming home. So I'm gonna tell you what happened today. I'm gonna sit down because this might take 15 minutes or so. Let me get a chair here inside. At 3:20 I went to the club where they spend the day usually, and I went to the gym. I did my gym, and at 4:20, around 4:20, I left the gym and I found Sarah like a chicken on the floor. And I approached her, said, "Hi Sarah." People was just up the tree above her. I spent half an hour with them there. And then when I was coming back home, they decided to glue on me like little monkeys. And they came back home with me. We arrived here and I put some food for them here in front of my house. But the TVs took them away. There was a little left here. We have partners here eating the food that I make available for the Macaws. But they didn't eat for like 5 minutes and they just ran away. What I think is, what time did they usually come home? Oh, I only have 15% of battery, so maybe I hope it's time. I hope they get home before my battery goes off. Usually they come back at 5:30. It's summer is almost there here in Brazil, so the days are longer. So they're getting home at 5:30, and because here we have a huge fog coming. So I decided, I'm sorry, Adriano. Desculpa, Adriano. Eu resolvi fazer essa live em inglês dessa vez, porque eu tô abandonando meus falantes em inglês aqui nesse Instagram. Então, vai ser em inglês hoje, é só pra ver as araras chegando. So sometimes it's so foggy here that you cannot see that mountain over there. Sometimes we can't even see this tree. Only this one that's closer. So, because it's been like a sunny day today, sun is off, as you can see. We don't have any sun anymore. So, in half an hour it's gonna be dark. And I think, what I want to tell you, I think that Pippa and Sarah are having behavior that's very typical of wild macaws. So by the time they get my Brazilian followers are very happy to be understanding English. I'm gonna start English classes on this account from now on. So what I think is that Pippa and Sarah, they're having a new behavior, which is they are like the wild macaws, when it's time to go to bed, I think they fly all neighborhood, screaming like crazy, calling other macaws to come home back with them. I think they're doing this, and they spend this last hour at least outside always, and they come home just before going to bed. Like sometimes they don't even eat properly. They are already like, we need to sleep, we need to sleep. And if I don't put them in the aviary when they are back, they are going to sleep in the trees. So that's what I feel it's been happening. They've been getting home the latest minute possible before going to bed. And sometimes they get here, they're not even comfortable to have dinner. Sometimes they get home and I put them inside the house, in the living room. And I stay with them, cuddling. And when I put them in the aviary, I feel it's already too late for them to have dinner. They are not comfortable to be on the table eating. They want to be on the highest perch we have in the aviary, just to be ready to sleep. So if they don't get here, I'm gonna go behind them. So let's wait a little longer. You can make questions. It's been 7 minutes. I've turned this on. I heard them 7 minutes ago. That's why I came outside, because I thought they were about to arrive. But I think they're doing another circle around. Maybe to call friends to come back home to sleep. I don't know. So the only friend they have now is Pelé, and he has spent the day in the aviary today. He's only loose on Tuesdays because he's doing a new training, which is not being very reward when he is at the club. So because the club is closed on Tuesdays, we allow them to fly on Tuesday. And he is coming back home. It's very nice. Pelé is not mine. He's my neighbor's macaw. And when it's not Tuesday, unfortunately, he spends the day in the aviary, or he goes to Rio de Janeiro to spend the day at the beach with Gabriel, which is his dad. So make questions, guys, because I think Pip and Sarah are gonna take another 10 minutes to get back home. And when they get back, it's gonna take like 1 minute for them to land on me, and then I'm gonna put them in the aviary and I'm gonna end this live. So you have time now. Bia vai perguntar em português e você responde em inglês, porque não consegue perguntar em português. Ok. Só as araras... Sim, só as araras estão fora agora, Bia, porque Crude e Vegan estão dormindo desde as 4h30. Na verdade, desde as 5, que eu cheguei às 4h30 em casa, até fazer um carinho neles e colocar eles pra dormir, deu quase 5 que eu enfiei eles no ninho deles. So, Jandaya Maya, I'm gonna tell you. She's saying, imagine if I have a wild macaw coming home with them. So it's been 2 weeks. I have a student who has just had this experience. He lives in Brasilia. I think you know him. He's been here with me in July for 10 days. His name is Ian, and his blue and gold macaw is called Zara, almost like Sarah. And he lives close to a place where they release macaws to live back in the wild. Macaws that can live in the wild without nurturing from humans. So he lives close to this place, and it's not unlikely that he sees some macaws, wild macaws, flying close to his house. And 2 weeks ago, his macaw, oh my god, I have only 5% battery. I will I will go inside until I hear the macaws coming back, okay? And maybe I can charge a little bit before they get, and you can have them. You can see them coming. I hope you can see them coming. Maybe I'm gonna end all my battery before and I'm not gonna be even able to record it for you. Let's pray. So his macaw is now practicing at liberty. She is out every day. He lives in a very big area, very huge area, where there is a gym. His mom owns this gym, and all employers are trained to deal with a macaw that is out of the aviary. So it's very safe. And she has been flying to the neighborhood, visiting other groups of houses. And one day, 2 weeks ago, she came back home and brought a wild macaw with her. And everyone was like, oh, is this our second macaw? I thought he was already in the aviary, because they have a second macaw who is doing the training to free fly. But she's 6 years old. She's an older parrot, so they're going slowly with this new one. But still, they thought the new one were in the aviary, and they said, well, whose macaw is that? How come he came here? Is that our macaw that's loose now? And no, then they realized their macaw was in the aviary already, and the at Liberty One, Zara, was actually bringing a new macaw home from the wild. So this can happen, guys, especially in areas like this where they have a place where these parrots are being reintroduced to the nature. So they are not completely wild macaws, you see. They've been trained to behave like wild macaws, but they have had a history in their past, maybe in their childhood, with humans. So of course this macaw didn't let him to get her. She didn't step up on his hand. She was acting like a wild macaw, but she was very tolerant to be close to people. So that was very interesting to see. And I never share all these details here about my students, because I like to keep their privacy and things that are happening to them, but very interesting things are happening. I hear them, but I'm gonna stay here until I hear them closer. Oh, maybe, oh, they're there. You're gonna lose them. You're gonna lose them. Pipa, Sarah. Oh, they've just fly to here. And Pelé is screaming at them. Let's see how long my battery goes. I see them through the window, but I didn't. Oh, let's get some nuts. I got up too early. I need some nuts to put them in the aviary. I like to give them a whole nut when they are back in the aviary. So today it's gonna be Brazil nuts. So let's go. I hope the internet doesn't fall. Pipa, Sarah, where are you, babies? Pipa, yes, there you are. Hi, Pipa. Ah, Sarah tá lá, ó. Sarah is there. 5% battery. I'll have to end this soon. Let's go inside, Pipa. Perch. Good girl. Vem, Sarah. Sarah. Vem, Sarah. Vem, Sarah, vem. She's calling the wild macaws to come back. Sarah, we don't have wild macaws here, my love. It's too cold for them. Vem, my love. Vem. Vem, Sarah, vem. Sarah. Oi, Pelé. Oi, Pelé. Sarah, my battery is gonna come out. Come off. Come, Sarah. Come, Sarah. Before my cell turns off. Come to mom, Sarah. Vem, Sarah. Sarah, vem. Sarah. Sarah never wants to go into the aviary. She is a wild bird. Pipa, you're a big, beautiful bird, and Pipa. But Sarah, I'm not used to aviaries, Mom. I'm never gonna be used to it. Come to Mom, my love. Vem, Sarah. Sarah, vem. You see how dark it is now? It's not as dark as my cell phone shows because my cell phone is end battery, so it's not so dark like this, but it's sun is off. It's been 15 minutes. Sun puts himself there, so it's very dark. Vem, Sarah. Vem, Sarah. Come to mom, my love. Vem, Sarah. Sarah. Vem. Vem, Sarinha. Yes, good girl. Well done, Sarah. Muito bem, Sarah. Let's go. É um challenge, gente. Segurar o pezinho e enfiar a pessoa. Hurt. Oi. Eu já vou trazer uma... I'm gonna bring them food for dinner now. But I'm gonna turn this off before my mobile turns off because it's 3% battery now. Thanks for listening. Thanks for participating. It's been 17 minutes waiting for a macaw to come back home. So it's been their new record. 6:17 in their back home. 6:15. 2 minutes before. Kisses to everyone.